Welcome back to another episode of Smoke and Mirrors. This is Rob, Dave, and Triz, and we have scoured the internet for all of your movie, TV, and entertainment news. How we living there, fellas?
It was good, man. It was real good. Had a bit
Mm,
of a packed weekend, a little bit of interstate driving there, mate.
very good.
Went to the ACT.
The interstate driving is the best for your car.
It is, yeah, yeah. You need to stretch them fucking legs out
Yeah,
sometimes. Get that engine fucking working, go through the full cycle and everything.
yeah.
Only thing was on the drive back, that shit was scary as fuck. Like I
Why?
wasn't seeing 10 meters, like going through the Great Dividing Range, and this
Yeah,
shit is just mountains and fucking and bush and trees.
yeah,
Like you can only see 10 meters in front of you, bugs constantly hitting your windshield and shit.
yeah. There's no lights,
110?
nothing.
Yeah, it's fucking scary. I was like going through there, like praying,
Mm,
couldn't keep my eyes off the road, like can't even take a
Mm.
break just for a second and stuff.
mm.
It was a wild time, wild time. But I was made it through. I had to like just suck it up, and I was like 100 k's left, 1 hour. Can I do it? You're gonna have to just fucking
1 hour.
yeah, it's
100,
dope.
and you were sitting at 110, yeah?
Yeah, but
It
give
was
and take
50
for other
minutes. Man.
like to make it through. What I did was I used like the semi trailer in front of me as a
Mm.
little like he can take the hits for me. So I stayed behind him at like 100 the whole way through.
So
Call me pussy.
you was drafting that what's his face the whole
Yeah,
way through.
the whole
So he
time.
was just pulling you all the way through through the
Hey yo.
city. Pause. That's
Yeah,
better for you. Actually, you would save some fuel.
yeah, yeah. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah. That's how I put it down.
Bro, I wasn't risking the fucking car. Like if a roo came through that fucking windshield, fuck, that would have been a bad weekend.
you
Jesus.
you die. They kill you because they continue to kick. They're like deer.
Fuck that. I'll
Mm.
brake hard and let that O just take the fucking G forces back out the window.
Fucking when Oz said there was just drafting the whole time, I picture Oz just like, when you take off and they slingshot you, Oz just see you Tokyo drifting out your exit.
Fuck, you get some dumb cunt drivers on the road though. This O in a 110 was like 70. And it was like a well lit fucking area, like in Sydney, like in fucking Metro Sydney. The cunt's driving, so like, mate, get the fuck out of the way. Like, I was like fucking dodging him every way, and he like by the grace of God, like shot by me. Like there, those Ozo, like I'll go 70 to piss everyone off, and then like when everyone overtakes them.
Yeah,
Anyway,
because they're too busy talking, and then oh fuck, what's the speed limit?
what's the speed limit already? The foot's down.
Yeah. This is when like having a Tesla makes sense because you could have just autopiloted. Boom.
Yeah.
This is also when you should legally be allowed to just, if someone's being a dumb cunt like that, just come up on their left side in their blind spot and just tap the back lift of their car.
Jesus.
The leg,
Fucking hell. We got to work out teleportation sometime. Because fuck, 3 hours, go see friends and that. I mean, it was worth it, but fucking hell, it was scary.
Oh, I was went for friends. Fucking
Yeah.
got the ACT to act a fool and shit.
Yeah, with the 7-year-old in the car. I was like, yeah.
What do you mean?
Get it right.
Like every drug is legal out there now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
wild,
it's
eh?
crazy.
Politicians can't get fucking
course.
bagged for anything.
Yeah. What's this face? Yeah. So I'm gonna start off with a little some Avatar news. This is just basically the only news that came out for Avatar this week. It's obviously ramping up. Cameron's out there doing interviews.
Mhm.
You haven't seen this man in 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously he needs it to hit big, right? So in one of those interviews, he said that Avatar needs to make $2 billion at the box office to secure the next, was it 2 sequels?
Yeah. After 4 and 5.
4 and 5. At $2 billion brings it in range of the first Avatar,
Yeah, 900 million short with the
900
re-release
million short.
tacked on there, and all the other releases, and
Yeah.
China.
So this needs to be the second highest grossing movie in the world
Yeah,
for it to break even.
yeah,
This is a big gamble for the old Disneysaurus.
it is a big gamble.
Hmm.
Like they collectively, I think, would have spent close to 600 million, not including marketing, on just the two sequels.
Kevin Smith was saying that just standard now, your movie can cost $100 million or it can cost $150,000. And standard marketing for a film now is $20 million.
Jesus.
So you can only imagine what these people are paying. That's a $200 million bloody marketing budget that's behind this bitch. But at the same time, it's the only American film that's going to get released in China this year.
That's true.
He knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is going to easily make its $2 billion now.
Mm.
Yeah.
They made over $200 million in China the last time.
Yeah.
And
Off
that's
the
when
strength of
China,
the first one.
yeah, that's when China didn't have cinemas. You forget China didn't have cinemas back then. China has cinemas now.
Yeah.
That $200 million is at least 6 over there now.
Mm-hmm.
They got it in the bag now. This is it.
You would hope so. Like if I was Disney, I'd be like, this fucking better hit. You know what I mean? Like this is a fucking massive gamble.
Mm.
There's not a lot of studios out there would be willing to take this level of gamble.
It's the man.
Yeah, it's the man, and like it's the mouse also forcing their voice.
Yeah. The other piece of news that we got was supposedly James Cameron used to dream about this shit. So the reason, the way that he got the idea for this was much like Terminator, a dream.
Mm.
Yeah.
That got him out of some hot water too. That's crazy, eh? Like you stole my idea. Well, no, I didn't. I've got this picture from when I was 19, motherfucker. Here's the bioluminescent. Why did I say that like Arnie? I fucked that up completely. Bioluminescent.
You met the
Bioluminescent
Kylie
forest.
Ollie.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I think I was just channeling that motherfucker. Yeah, the forest, that little spinny frisbee lizard thing as well. Yeah, and then I was just like, I'll settle this out of court.
Yeah, because you get nothing. I would send them the meme. That's all I'd send them. Just the video clip of what's his face.
So Willy Wonka?
Yeah. Of Wilder just going crazy. You nothing. That's all they'd receive from me. But yeah, Avatar, man. Avatar in the next 2 weeks. It's so weird to say that. We have an Avatar sequel coming out in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's 13 years or however long. 2002? No,
12 years.
12 years to 2 weeks. That's crazy. Sticking with Disney, so there has been a shakeup, and a very, very quick shakeup in the ranks of Disney. So CEO Bob Chapek, who led Disney through the COVID, the pandemic, has been outed as CEO.
Ousted.
And ousted. Ousted makes them seem like they walked you out, like with your arm behind your back. Like,
Yeah. That's how I saw it.
you've overstayed your welcome, Bob. And from one Bob to the next, we get Iger. Bob Iger, who from 2005 brought Disney to its fucking peak. Through Iger's leadership, they were able to acquire Marvel, acquire Pixar, acquire fucking Lucasfilm. Like they topped mountains and fucking became the Goliath that they are off the strength of Iger's fucking will, his creativity, and his fucking business acumen. So now he's come back into the fold. He's taken on the CEO role again. He's getting $1 million for 2 years. So they're only asking for 2 years from the old Igersaurus. He gets $1 million salary every year, plus 25 million contingent on like how he kind of grows the company for every year that he's in that role.
You think it's a bit funny that, like, China all of a sudden opens the doors to old Chapek? I mean, to old Iger for Avatar. You think what's his face got kicked out because of Avatar?
Ooh.
That's
Chapek.
the biggest gamble they had over there, man.
I honestly think because it was so sudden, I think that Chapek is gone because of him pushing and gutting the theatrical experience in favor of Disney Plus and trying to grow that. While like yes, he was trying to compete with Netflix, their theatrical losses, like because Disney has gone down, they were sitting on top of a $260 billion empire that plummeted to 174 billion. I mean,
Mm.
it's big money any way you look at it, but it's not the peaks that they once had. Like, how can you like
Ooh, when
hit that recession?
your share price is a third of what it was. Come on now.
That's right. But as soon as Iger came in, 8%
Boom.
increase, baby. Even the chairman of fucking AMC theaters was like, "Let me shout this from the rooftops and the mountaintops." Suck
You,
my dick, you know what I mean? Even you want a piece of the Igosaurus.
you know how many fucking memes came out as soon as the news about Iger came back? They posted Iger's head on Thanos when he puts his hand into that fucking glove. And they also had him as
That's
Leonidas with them putting the helmet down when he comes back from the snow.
That's fucking mad.
Oh,
That's how I saw it. Is Leonidas. I told you I was.
Yeah, it's fucking gold.
Iger did a lot for the company. Coming back, his whole deal now though is to reorganize Disney.
Mm.
So they want a regrowth strategy.
Hmm.
So this is like it's all post-pandemic planning at the moment, but he's got 2 years. So this he moves quick.
Yeah.
Like
He doesn't
if you read his biography, Ride of a Lifetime, which he was working on a follow-up, so hopefully he still releases that because that book was fire.
Part 2.
It's just called I Lied.
I know.
I'm
Just
back.
ride the
Yeah, so I'm expecting news soon. So
Yeah.
with Chapek gone, they also got rid of the person that was working for the digital media entertainment division. They
Oh.
also got ousted at the same time. So there might have been a bit of collusion there and insider knowledge and favors done. And maybe that is also why Chapek is gone.
You seen what they did to Pixar this year? For the last 3 years.
I think there's also that risk of losing Pixar as a company.
Yeah.
Like just in terms of the artists maybe going, well, fuck it, I'll walk then. I'll go
Yeah.
work for DreamWorks and
I'll go
get my
work-
shit
Mm.
theatrically distributed.
Not even that far. Fuck it, I'll go work for Disney. I'll go work for Disney's animation arm of it because you seem to be releasing their movies in the fucking theaters. You
Yeah.
fucks.
There was also the Black Widow shit that happened.
That was
where-
kind of disgusting though.
where Scarjo
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, just pay me because I'm missing out on my points that I would have gotten theatrically. Like if this was released theatrically, I would have made something. Black Widow, Marvel movie, guaranteed $100 million.
Easily. That opening weekend, easy, 100 million.
Yeah. I reckon like Iger was still in some like, a very, very casual capacity as an advisor for them too. Like they probably would have come to him with if you were here, if you were Chapek, what would you do? So they probably had this whole thing brewing in the background regardless anyway. And it was just a matter of how much money is it until you get back. And what can you do in the meantime?
Yeah, 100%. Well, Iger stayed on the board of Disney, so there was that input there. But at the same time, he was serving in an advisory capacity to Chapek until mid last year, when apparently there was just a break between them.
Hmm.
Like they just stopped talking.
Oh, yeah.
So a big thing with Iger is that he would manage his relationships with his different entities
Mm.
and give them the power to make whatever they needed to make, but then offer notes. You know what I mean? So how can we make this stronger as opposed to no, cut all that shit, do my thing.
Mm.
Which might have been Chapek's little rule that he had there, all stick.
Well, it seems like he adopted the what's his face, the O from Paramount's. What's
The
his name?
Rothman.
No, who made The Godfather?
That's good.
Mm.
That's a Good's character.
Yeah, it was always to service the film, never to service himself.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Now I forget what that other's name is, and I spent so much time with him. I feel
Mm.
like we're old friends.
I know.
Matthew, let me tell you something.
Telling you that from here to eternity is going to be the best.
The Flying V?
Robert Evans.
On that poster. Robert Evans. Bob Evans, of
Yeah,
course.
Bob Evans.
Of course. Watch The Offer, anyone out there.
Mm. Who
One of the
hasn't yet?
best. One of the best.
I tell you what, though, I want fucking Paramount to release that on fucking 4K Blu-ray because I
Ooh.
buy the fuck out of that.
Oh, yeah. I think that demands a rewatch.
Ugh,
Because
I've
it's not
been
like
feeling-
Paramount was putting it out Dolby Vision over here, like 4K. They
No,
were
but
fucking us. They were stiffing us with the HD.
yeah, but they
Now I've got that
released it. They released Halo like that. Fucking Dolby Vision, fucking Atmos. Supposedly it's next fucking level.
Yeah, I did read that actually.
Jeez.
I was like, was it good though?
That
That was
wasn't.
dog shit.
Not at all.
Us just sees the reminiscence and then just getting angry. Fuck. It's like someone punched you in the stomach when you're that angry and you spit your drink out. Fucking bubbling out of your mouth pores. So Tarantino is speaking to Tom Segura on the Two Bears 1K podcast, right? And they get into the topic of Marvel movies. And so at the beginning, Tarantino's like, he actually mentions that he was a massive Marvel comic book collector when he was a kid. And then he continues to say, like, look, if I was in my 20s with all these movies coming out, I'd fucking love it. Like, I'd be all over it. But being that he's coming close to 60, which I still can't fucking believe, he's not really feeling it as much as he would if he was younger. Now, much like comments akin to Scorsese, where Scorsese said that, you know, with Marvel films, it's not like true cinema. Tarantino had his thoughts behind it as well, which led to a bit of controversy where he was saying, like, look, there's a lot of passion behind these films and the characters are great, but the issue is not that, it's more so the stars themselves. Like, we've created the characters as stars and not the people playing them. So we don't see Chris Hemsworth and like, Chris Hemsworth, Extraction is more like, Thor.
Yeah.
Or Chris Evans is Captain America, shit like that. And so he was beginning to explain, like, down that path how, you know, it's more so recognition for those characters and not the stars themselves. And a lot of people have come back. Even Simu Liu came back, and what's the best way to say it? He started with love, basically. Basically, like, you know, Tarantino is great. Talked about his filmmaking, all that shit, but then continued to say, like, you know, what's good about Marvel now is that it isn't as white, and there's a lot more, like, you know, I guess, personalization of characters. Me personally, I agree with what Tarantino was saying. Like, when you come into an era of Marvel comics as well, or Marvel films, sorry, it's true. Like, you see Thor, you see Captain America, you don't see Chris Evans, you don't see Chris Hemsworth, you don't see Chris Pratt. There's a whole lot of fucking Chris's out there for the Marvel films. And it's all pretty cookie cutter as well.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that this dumb fuck obviously didn't watch the whole interview, eh? Or at
That's
least the whole
Simu Liu?
conversation. Simu, yeah, didn't watch the whole conversation. Because in that conversation, he tells a story about Bruce Willis, absolutely loving his script and what's his face? At least loving Reservoir Dogs and everything. And he was like, he loves the dialogue because that's how him and his boys talk. Um, and then continues to say that he got the Pulp Fiction script and he would like to play Vincent. And Tarantino says, sorry, but, what's his face is, I've already got Travolta there. And he's like, I love John. John's great. Well, then let me be the Jules character. I know you wrote it for a black guy, but, I'm cool. I'm hip. I can probably pull that dialogue off. Um, let me be that character. Now, Tarantino, because he wrote that character for a person of color, Simu, would not recast it for a fucking giant star like fucking what's his face, Bruce Willis, who at the time was probably the third biggest star on the fucking planet. It was probably Arnold, Stallone, and then Bruce Willis.
Mm.
It was 93, 94.
Yeah.
No, your argument about it being racial is not it. You proved it by your fucking self. You're a bit fucking player in fucking Barbie. You're a bit player in other fucking movies. You proved his fucking point. You were not the star of those movies. You starred in a $400 million movie. Yeah, you did. But you have not done that since. You are not a star.
Yeah, I agree.
Fucking idiot.
He missed the context of it.
Yeah.
Like within that story about Bruce Willis, but also within what Tarantino said in that one statement.
Mm-hmm.
Like he wasn't saying that like certain people can't make money in a movie at all.
No.
Yeah. Simu just gotta shut up sometimes.
He does need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
He needs to go and watch that full fucking what's his face. How is it that this person that specifically writes parts just for fucking Samuel L. Jackson to be in his movie? And it's not just him, it's whoever he wants, obviously.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Not everything has to be racial.
That's what I don't get, man. That's like saying Crazy Rich Asians is a fucking racist as fuck movie because they didn't have white people in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like saying every Jackie Chan movie that he made over in China is fucking racist because it was only Chinese people in there. Like, for fuck's sake, man. These are the people that they wanted in their fucking movie.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
like saying
Right.
Shaft is racist because it's a fucking what's his face. Fuck's sake, New Jack City is so racist.
Let's not get started with White Man Can't Jump.
Fucking Jesus.
But yeah. See, you know what? Simu needs like a fucking anger translator. You know what I mean? Or at least someone to reason with him before he fucking gets off his head to release a statement. He really needs to think about this shit.
I also think that Tarantino could probably school him in like other movies from different cultures because he takes in a diverse range of movies. He's produced probably a lot more and put more money into the Asian community than Simu Liu probably has.
That's right.
Yep.
And the black community.
Mm.
I just don't get it. Like why he would kind of slam him. I mean, Tarantino's also had like since he was 7. Like, so what, 53 years worth of movie going experience.
Yeah.
He's kind of seen the rise and fall of errors and he's got the experience behind him. So I don't understand what the race kind of meant in that. Like for him, his pride and ego just got triggered and he was like, it's a white thing.
Well,
but isn't that in itself racist?
Yeah.
Exactly. He probably felt small because his biggest movie is a Marvel movie. And he was like, well, fuck, that's all I really got in my resume. That's fucking huge. That's notable right now. What else do I fucking have? So he gets angry over it instead of thinking rationally about the situation. Or at least, like, not making the fucking assumption.
I don't understand the racial part of it. Like, it just kills me. You know what's crazy is, you know how all those dumb fucks left Twitter, who were like, I'm leaving Twitter because of Elon Musk. Yeah, they all went to Mastodon, yeah? And
Yeah.
Mastodon is extremely fair over
Yeah.
there. So you cannot be racist or anything over there, right?
Yeah.
So all these dumb fucks start posting things about white people and they start getting their accounts taken down. And they're like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, it's not even racist. Like, they're fucking stupid. Like, it's crazy the way that they think, man. Dumb fucks.
Mastodon. What a name.
Isn't that the name of a rock band back in the day as well?
It is. Yeah.
I always just see the what's his face. Pterodactyl.
Rest
Fuck.
in peace to Jason David Frank.
Yep. He was going to
Sad-
come
sad
back.
as shit. Yeah. He did. He did shoot it. He shot it.
Really?
Yeah, he shot it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
49, man. Crazy.
It's fucked
That's a
up,
young man. That's
Yeah.
a young man.
Yeah. And dude was in his prime still. Like he was
Mhm.
still looking good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like from the videos that you've seen, he was in high spirits. And he was still active on like the circuit.
Yeah.
Like his promotional circuit.
So even like without acting, he was still actively practicing martial arts, and I think he was fighting as well.
He was a UFC fighter, man.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he
What
was
year?
fucking. He was still doing his thing. It's a shame, man.
Sad news.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Fuck
segue.
you, man. All right. Let's pivot.
Let's age.
Yeah, badly. All right. So Chad Stahelski has he's been talking about John Wick 4 and basically about the tone and the scale of John Wick 4.
Mm.
So he was saying, if you took the good, the bad, and the ugly, mixed it with Zatoichi, and like put in a little bit of Greek mythology, you'd have something close to what they're actually trying to do with this John Wick 4 now.
Why?
Yeah, yeah.
You
And
had me
that
at
for me was
Zatoichi.
for me, it's the good, bad, and the ugly because it's just that beautiful story in there.
Yeah.
I like the story in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then on the what's his face, the scale of it, he was like, on the third one they did so much, right? Like they did like they had their formula and everything set up perfectly for that third one. And he said on this next one, they didn't want to still go through and then like copy what they did on the third one.
I like that.
So they would come up with ideas and be like, well, we did that in the third one. And they'd just be like, well, then throw it the fuck out. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
Right. So he was like, it's much bigger. It just feels like because of the where they're jumping to, like the globe trotting and all that, it just feels so much bigger than the last one. Which I can't wait for, man.
Same.
Yeah.
Like this is my movie for next year.
Yeah.
Like it's already the best movie of the year for next year. I already know.
Guaranteed in the bag.
Like
1000%.
this year's Avatar, next year's John Wick. Like,
Yeah.
we know it.
It's gonna kill.
Yeah.
All right. So after Tariq Bassam
Mm.
finished up with the Blade movie. I still call it the Blade.
It probably is. The Blade.
We'll see.
Can't be called well, unless it's Blade 2024 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Imagine they
Yeah.
just call it blades.
Ugh.
Fuck.
Skin just crawls with that.
He's got
that
two
name.
katana in this one, son.
Fuck that.
Double the vampire killing, baby.
Double end.
It's still shots of like sticky fingers. Oh god.
I-
What are we doing?
I legit just saw Blade with on Darth Maul's body, and you see the blades just fucking.
So Jan Demange, which I laugh about thinking
Mm.
Jan.
Sounds kind of
Demange.
dirty.
Yeah. Minge.
Jan Demange from 71 fame is stepping in to direct this one. So he did a couple of episodes of Top Boy, did the White Boy Rick movie, did an episode of Lovecraft Country, and also 4 episodes of Secret Diary of a Call Girl with Billy Piper.
Mm.
I would pipe as well.
Yeah. Really Piper would get piped in the second, goddamn.
Still.
Yeah.
Still. So I'm excited to see what he's gonna bring. His work on Lovecraft was solid because I remember seeing at the start of the episode after the intro, and then like, oh shit, on Demange. This is gonna be interesting. And boom, I never watched 71 and I've been watched White Boy Rick, so I'm not too sure how sturdy he is in the feature world.
He directed that first episode of Lovecraft.
He directed one of them. I'm not too sure if it was the first one.
If it was
Yeah.
that first episode, then that was next level.
That first
Yeah.
episode was hectic.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm wondering like why they kind of pivoted because they had someone that was from a more sort of Indian British background, and then they went to like a Parisian kind of director. So I'm not too sure if they're going for that European kind of feel.
They're
for
both
it.
people of color. Have you seen Jan Demange?
Yeah, white.
Is he?
Paris. Yeah.
I thought he was black.
Nah.
No.
Check his profile. Check his profile. He looks like Travolta in From Paris with Love. I don't know
Oh,
if that's
God.
what they based the character.
He is French Algerian though.
Ah, yeah. We'll see.
The
how it
French
goes.
hate the Algerians.
But I always thought it was going to be a black director
That's what I thought as well.
because they've got a black writer in
Yeah.
Stacy. I can't remember her name, but black writer, and I thought black director
Hmm.
because black lead star.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm not too sure what that decision making process was for them
Yeah.
to get Jan Demange, unless it's the action chops, maybe.
It was,
Or
it was Ali as well. So Ali wanted what's his face that first out.
yeah.
See how he goes. Supposedly, I'm hearing rumors though, and the rumor is that guy walked off because they want to make this an R-rated feature,
Ooh.
and it won't be. It's obviously not going to be as commercially viable as. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you wanted that sort of big launch pad
Yeah.
kind of movie.
Yeah. It's obviously not going
I-
to do that.
I'm all right with the delay
As am I.
if it is the R rating.
I doubt it will be. These
Um,
rumors never pan out.
Mm.
The Black Panther ones kind of did. The only thing that was missing was the Doom inclusion. But they could still like go back and he's like the O behind the curtain, like they did with Far From Home.
It's not. Remember, we need to wait until that very first Avengers movie before they reveal the big villain, right? So they did that the very first time out.
They did say like Peyton Reed was saying like Kang is going to be a big force of nature within the MCU now going forward.
I hope so. He's a really good villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's supposed to bring about the Secret Wars because it's like everyone from time, the multiverse, and everything coming together.
Hopefully they do it, man.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah,
'Cause
I'm
that means that
excited.
Thanos comes back as well. You realize that, yeah?
Oh, fuck, that'd be cool.
And then Thanos can fight Kang. That would be fire.
That would be sick.
Which means that we might actually get the thingy, the two Captain Americas fighting together again if Evans comes back as well.
Well, Evans might have to come back as Johnny Storm as well.
Oh shit! True.
That'd be so trippy.
It'd be next level, man.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan comes back as Killmonger and Johnny Storm as well.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like you just have to do it. I reckon they will resurrect what's his face Killmonger.
Yeah. Especially
I hope so. I like Killmonger. Killmonger like can do a bit more in the MCU. They gave him a bit
Yeah.
more depth. Like it'd be hard to ask to give his character a bit more depth because he added so much.
Mm.
But if they added that hero arc onto that, fucking next level.
Well,
Yeah.
can you know how the movie ends with M'Baku basically saying that he's going to take over? Can you imagine if it didn't? Can you imagine if he came back and he just said, "Nah, fuck that. This challenge shit ain't over," and then like fought the fuck out of him, but was a really good king and still kept him alive, and just like T'Challa,
Mm,
that would be fire.
yeah.
It would be cool. Nice little end piece at the end of Secret Wars or something.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
challenge him for the throne because Shuri obviously doesn't want it. She doesn't want the throne, which is crazy to me. Yeah, he should have the throne.
True. Like his inclusion in Wakanda Forever was pretty substantial, even though it was small.
Yeah.
I want more of that. Alrighty.
But yeah, hopefully that Blade film is R-rated, and that's why.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'll be so excited. But, so, like Dave was saying before, Cameron has been ramping up his appearances more now. So with GQ, he started breaking down all of his directorial films, going through them. So there's the Mad Story by Titanic in here as well. But fucking, it's mad 30 minutes of just fucking Cameron talking. But he speaks about aliens. And now they were actually having a really tough time with signing like Sigourney onto this as well. You know, they want a big bank for Sigourney to be here, and there was just some other shit in the background too.
$1 million is what they wanted.
Yeah.
She wanted.
And so, you know, the agents were playing hard to get. The studio was like, what the fuck's going on? And there was just a lot of like gray area surrounding it. Cameron, fucking in classic Cameron faction, being the fucking maddest cunt in the world, calls up Arnie's agent and was like, Sigourney's done. I don't need her anymore. I'm going to redo the script. She's not going to be included. We've got all these great characters with the Marines and the relationships that I built with them that we've got enough to make aliens. We don't need Sigourney anymore. Because he knew that Arnie's agent would get in touch with Sigourney's agent. And he told him, was like, sign Sigourney now. Shook hands, $1 million, sorted out.
And it was like, what, 6 or 12 hours
12
later?
hours.
Yeah, in the
12 hours
same
later, that
day.
deal was done.
And this is Cameron pre-Avatar as well. And Cameron still knew how to play the fucking game.
Fuck yeah.
Machine.
That's so bad. It's Cameron coming off of Terminator.
Yeah. Even Titanic, he was like just no holds barred, didn't give a fuck. What do you call it? He had DiCaprio come in to do a script test with Winslet. Is it Winslet? And DiCaprio was like, I don't read scripts. And then Cameron was like, all right, that's fine. You have a great rest of your day. I'll go find someone else to be Jack. And DiCaprio's like, you being serious right now? And Cameron was like, yeah, if you're going to waste my time, I don't need you. I can get someone else. But apparently DiCaprio was like being a bit of a diva, and he was like, fine. And then like he was just mopey. And then as soon as that camera started rolling, he just fucking killed it. And Cameron was like, well, fuck, I can't get anyone else now. But yeah.
A room full of white girls begging me for this part. I got just the part.
I think because Sigourney Weaver didn't want guns in the movie. Like, she didn't want her character to like use guns.
Yeah.
Because I was watching the making of, and she was like, I'm not a violent person. I don't like guns. I don't like to use guns. I don't believe in guns or whatnot. Cameron was like, you're in a hostile environment with Marines. You're going to need to protect yourself.
And an alien menace that you can't de-escalate. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. You can't talk them off the fucking ledge. Right?
Use that language? Like,
But you know what's funny is that when he was like talking it through her and she went through the training and shit, and like the little, like, you use this, here's the trigger, here's like the pump action for the grenade launcher and stuff, she was like, this is actually quite nice.
Fucking hell. It's like MacGruber with the guns. I just never knew how to use them. But yeah, fucking Cameron at his finest, man. This is why I'm so fucking excited for Avatar, because the man takes no guff. So, it's just going to be a fucking banger when it comes through.
Cameron don't take no mess.
Yeah.
Fuck. How mad.
Yeah.
All right. That's all the news for the week.
That's it.
All right. Getting into our thoughts. Tulsa King there.
Mm.
Episode 2. Did you dig it? Did you not dig it?
I liked it, man.
Yeah.
I like this episode. I like seeing the difference Stallone. I've never seen Stallone get high before.
That was cool. I did like that. I
I've
liked
never-
his
Yeah.
business proposal type shit that he was doing,
Yeah.
the negotiating. That was fire.
Yeah. That was cool. I like the little emotional scene there at the end. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just taking a bit to heat up this show.
It is. I think intentionally, because now they're setting up those threads of like that guy wanting to whack him while
Mm.
he's in Tulsa. There's also that guy that went into Witsec,
Mm.
the Henry Hill of it all, who spotted like a made man. He's like, he's here to kill me? He's like, so he's gonna try and go for him as well.
Is he here? You think he's here to kill me? Why don't you drive down the road and fucking ask him? Fuck you. Thank you. Thank you for the information. That was straight Terrence Winter B. Like you could just
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah. The only thing with this show at the moment is that tonally it doesn't know what it wants to be. Is it a full on drama? Like, is it going for that Sopranos type tone where it's full on serious, but there's funny things that happen in there because you got like these funny characters. So I'm just I'm figuring it out as I kind of go along, like each episode. So far, it's all right. It's got one more to wow me.
Always think about Tony. You don't want to get her going. Who's talking about his mother? you don't want to get her going.
Fuck. So many good lines from that fucking show.
That's it. Junior, I can't take this. I'm leaving. We just sat down. You mind, Uncle June. She'll come back.
Oh, fuck.
Back. But yeah, I'm watching because it's Terrence Winter. I'm pretty sure it's going to take it more than likely take a change soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, something's going to happen. Something has to happen. This is like the 3rd episode.
Yeah. Well, I think they caught onto a little formula there.
Mm.
Like, we're here for 3.
Mm.
You don't hook us by then, I'm out. Yeah, but digging it so far. Like, it's not high up there for me. Like, it's not like a must watch, but I'm watching it because it's Stallone.
Mm.
The main reason why.
That's why I'm watching it, man. It's just for Stallone. And I like that he's in every scene.
Yeah.
Because of course he's going to be, because you paid him all that money. So you might as well have him in every fucking scene.
That's right.
Yeah. And it's Terrence Winter. And I know something good's going to come of this.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope we're getting more Winter than Sheridan, I'll tell you that much.
I think we will.
Sheridan seems like the motherfucker that's like sleeping through the group project at this point.
Yeah, he's got too many irons in the fire.
Yeah, he does.
Needs to relax a little.
Andor also reached its climax pause. Big finale there. Big finale. This one called Rick's Road. So it was Marva's funeral procession. They were parading through Rick's Road with permission from the Empire, the ISB, giving them permission to have this little parade to place the brick. So they cremate
fucking ISB.
Same. I hate that Cyril fuck.
So do I.
Oh man. But yeah, they cremate the bodies, put it in a brick, and then put it as part of this wall. Marva, who had long-standing relationships with the Sisters of Ferrix and the Resistance that were kind of in their early stages there on Ferrix and across the galaxy, had a lot of people turn up, and Andor comes back into the fray, finds out that that Bix is also held captive in that hotel across the road that Rick's road kind of runs through.
Mm.
They have the funeral procession, they're marching through, and then B2 Emo, the little droid there, beams up this message from Marva, her last message, basically trying to tell the people, like, it's time to fight.
Mm.
Like, we're done being scared. Like, we can't be taking this shit all the fucking time. Grab your shit and fucking let's go. Let's like wreck shit.
I've had enough. Shut it down.
The Empire see the message and they're like, fuck this. You need to shut this shit the fuck down. And then like the little riots start and it quietly builds until this guy who's like just like he made this fucking bomb, this homemade fucking IED, throws it in the middle of the street and fucking blows a big hole up in the street and scatters everyone. And then it's fucking on. And Andor gets that chick out. Bix finds out that one of his men that he, not one of his men, one of his friends back from Ferrex basically sold him out, told him he was going to be there, told them, the ISB, that he was going to be there. He gets like blown out of like his fucking chair in their little holding facility. So he got his. And then, yeah, Andor makes sure that he gets like his best friend out, the droid out, Bix out, and a couple of other people. They go off world. Andor's like, I will find you. And then finds out that Luthen was actually there at the funeral proceedings. So he tracks Luthen the fuck down. Luthen was there to kill him.
Mm.
So was Val and Cinta and everything. So after they used him as a mercenary in that mission, basically like fucked him up. And then the final scene is Luthen going in and then going into his ship and then finding this gun. And Andor's like, you can either kill me or take me with you. I want to be in. And then like Luthen puts the gun away. So it basically just says like, you know, he's going to take Andor with him. He's now going to be part of the resistance in like a kind of more pronounced way. I kind of wish that was clearer though. I know there's a lot of O's that just didn't get that Andor was asking that. But yeah, it was like overall for the season, strong, really good character work. There was a lot more character building in this, but some of the highs just like overshadowed a lot of the slow burnedness of the show. And the performances are fucking fire.
I think it was like that on purpose, though.
Yeah. Well, they had to show the procession of time, so they couldn't just have him fucking like on this one shot mission the whole time.
And he's
like,
here now.
Yeah,
And he's there. And he's over here now. Like it wouldn't make sense.
Nah, especially for his character. His character at the start was like, well, I've made money. I want to go spend it. I want to go live my life out in the fucking sun. Oh shit, I'm dragged into it. And it's like the Empire just like closed in on him to the point where he felt the effects of the galaxy being under the thumb of the fucking Empire. So he needed to feel that. The stakes were there. Marva dying as well, like his mother dying and him feeling that tipped him over. Overall, I mean, I've seen a lot of people shit on the pacing of the show. But once you kind of figured out, okay, 3 episodes to kind of show you what's happening in that era, because every one is like 6 months later, 6 months later, 6 months later, for every 3 episodes or something like that. For every 3 episodes, yeah, not bad, not bad at all. So I can't wait for the next season. I think they kicked off shooting.
Just the last season, yeah?
Yeah, I know. And the time jump is going to be even bigger in that season.
I want to see how he goes from, like, you know, I want to be part of the resistance to, hey, we're putting him down after, like, this mission or whatever it is. Like, he becomes Skarsgård's character, essentially.
Yeah, that's right. But like, I'm hoping you get that kind of cruel tutelage with Skarsgård. That just rides that line, pause between like the black and white of the galaxy, which it should, because that's where they're operating. They're operating in that gray space.
Yeah.
Gary Witter on Twitter, bars, was saying that the story that he had for a continuation of Rogue One was that there were this part of the resistance that went and was hunting those well, not defectors, but the Imperial officers that got away from the Empire. Like they were like the
The the
Mossad.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a fire story.
yeah. So I retweeted it and I was like, this is like the best parts of Magneto in First Class.
Yeah.
Dado liked it.
Did he?
Got a big old like from Gary Witter there.
My man.
One hit a Witter. Hopefully
All
they'll do
right.
something with that.
That's a really good story.
Fucking oath. I think people would get behind that. Even if it was like a 3-episode fucking one shot, that'd be sick. Like one of those fucking special presentation like Marvel do.
Or it just ends with them coming up against a Jedi or a Sith or something like that. Like
Yeah.
that's how it should end. And then them just being killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we don't know about them.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm.
Yeah. And we had our Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
I did not like this at all.
I'm mixed on it.
Mm.
I really wanted to enjoy it more. It
So did
felt
I.
a little light.
I was expecting it to be extremely light. That's not the thing. The thing for me was like I already seen this in the 3-minute fucking trailer that they released.
Yeah, that's true.
Like for fuck's sake, there was nothing left.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that they really kind of brought was, okay, well, Mantis is Peter's stepsister, which I'm pretty sure they're going to cash in.
Real
Axel
sister.
Rod's going to cash in on big time.
Real sister.
Mm.
Yeah.
They got the same dad.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, yeah. Half sister, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not stepsister. Half sister. Well, then I guess Axel Rod isn't going to cash in.
Yeah. There were a couple like big reveals in this that was cool, but overall wasn't the biggest fan. Like Dave said, it was just 3. I've seen this shit.
Yeah.
Fucking boring as a motherfucker as well for me. I was actually sitting there waiting for it to be finished.
I was waiting for it to be funny as well. I was like, "What's going on here? Like, are you going to be funny or like what's going on?"
There was a lot of
Yeah.
attempts. There was a lot of
Yeah.
attempts to be funny. I did have a couple of chuckles, but nothing where I was like, yeah, nothing that stayed. Like I can't even
Yeah.
remember the laughs at all.
Nearly come.
I did think that they were gonna do more, but then it ended up in musical numbers.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which like it was cool, but it was a bit more absurd than what Guardians actually is.
Yeah.
Like Guardians, the characters are absurd. Like they say and do like really weird shit that doesn't fit in with what they're doing, which is kind of what makes it pop.
Yeah, but at the time, the mission or wherever they are is serious. So that sort of plays. If everything is all fucking loopy and zany, then it just doesn't feel right. Then.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's very Thor Love and Thunder-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like no filler.
Yeah.
Like, well, nothing that you kind of want in the live action. But I will say that animated segment was fire.
Yeah,
Mm.
because Yondu was back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But their relationship, which should have played key, I think, in a holiday special, which it did in a way. But seeing that was a lot more fulfilling than I'm your half sister.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon's here.
What do you call it? The potential of having GoBots in the universe was more exciting to me.
Yeah.
Fucking, that was cool. That and like, I think this honestly was just the lightest piece for them to get some plot points out before Volume 3 hits. Like, Gamora's still missing, so we'll see more of that in Volume 3. Shit like that.
Yeah. And it also felt like the rest of the cast, like Karen Gillan and fucking Kraglin and
Mm.
Yondu, they had better shit to do. You know what I mean? They were in there for a couple of lines and whatnot, but they weren't in there for the majority of it. I'm not too sure if Pom Clementif and Batista just had time, and that's why it was based around them. Um, but yeah, I thought the Kevin Bacon thing was just going to be like a small little plot point. I didn't
Same.
think it was going to be this massive fucking, like, the whole heart of it.
Mm.
And take up as much fucking time as it did.
They could have. This is like the epitome of this meeting. Could have been an email. Like they could have just made this into an animated special, and it
would
would have
love
been
that.
fun.
Mm.
Yeah, it would have been more enjoyable.
Yeah.
This works better as an anime.
And that animation style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that was the Lion Witch in the Wardrobe type animation
Yeah, the
style that we kind of grew
old
up on.
Frosty the Snowman,
Yeah.
Rudolph, just without the claymation.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. If anything, this just makes me want to see Volume 3. Hesitantly, of course, but it makes me want to see what the fuck's going to go on there, because I still need to see Adam Warlock and all that.
Well, I think Volume 3 is going to be tonally different
Yeah.
to this completely. And they'll probably do a lot more and have a lot more to do, and everyone will kind of get their time to shine. And it'll be a lot more emotional.
Yeah.
So you got that, what's his face? That reunion with Gamora, you've got all that sort of stuff. I think Quill might actually go back home for once, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think that's what just pissed me off about this special, was that they were on Earth for the bulk of that period.
Yeah.
And there was nothing special about it.
Yeah.
Why would they not take Peter with them? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's from there. That's his home, not their home.
I think it would have been even more special, yeah, if they did take Peter with him, and then he realizes that his place is out in the galaxy, and that's where his family is.
Exactly. Even though he has his grandfather there as well.
Mm.
Which would have been cool. That would have been nice to see him see his grandfather.
Yeah, or gotten some closure and gone to, like, what if his grandfather passed away? He's buried right next to his mother.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, if Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was based around his father, getting that closure from his mother, they might save it for Volume 3. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. James Gunn usually brings out the big emotional big guns, no pun intended, with, like, the bigger fucking sequels as well. Plus,
Figure.
I wish there was more on them purchasing Nowhere as well.
Yeah.
I wanted some more of that.
They just claim it? Did they just claim it for themselves? Or
Well, they said they bought it off the collector.
Yeah.
how? The Mandem was dead because Thanos came through.
So he's still alive. I don't know how, but yeah, fucking he's still alive, and they bought it off Tavan, and now they own Nowhere completely.
What an idiot.
Yeah. Who's writing these scripts?
All those resources. Come on now. That's the game. That's the game.
But yeah, hopefully the next special, like you were saying before, Dave, like coming off of Werewolf by Night, I expected a certain something else, something more special for a special presentation.
I was expecting the fucking moon, my friend, after Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people hate Werewolf by Night.
Why?
I don't know.
What is there to hate about it?
There's
Just
nothing.
Seeing Man-Thing and the way that he was and their relationship and that.
People just want to hate, don't they?
You know what I think? I think you're fucked in the head.
You're a real fucking drag, you know that? Should have never gave these people internet.
I know. You need to be able to do some kind of assessment to get the internet.
Keeping the internet.
Fucking oath.
It should be, you see a post you don't like, what do you do? Like, reply with your views on the subject. Just swipe past it because it doesn't really fucking, you don't need to comment on everything, or just hit it with the like.
You know what they should do? To post a review on IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, fucking any other review site that is so highly regarded, you must pass the fucking testing. And it's like different questions based around movies of like each era and whatnot. And if your shit is leaning too much to one side, get the fuck out of here.
I
You know
think
what I
they should be made to post a ticket stub or something like that
mean?
to say that they actually saw the movie. Because otherwise, I'm sorry, you can just go in there because that's what they do now. They just go in there and review bomb.
Yeah. It's fucking ugly, dude.
Mm.
Even good reviews save a movie. Look at that She Said movie.
Oh god.
Fucking $30 million racks up $2.2 million opening weekend. Like no one turned up for it.
Well, that's the thing. We've gotten closure on that event now, right?
That's
The
right.
Weinstein's in jail already. If they had this movie come out before he went to jail, do you know how many people would have gone to go see this fucking movie?
Oh, 1000%. This is why Netflix is the goat as well. They came out with that fucking Netflix special, and they still released that Conversations of a Killer with the tapes of Jeffrey Dahmer shortly after as well. They was cashing in them Dahmer checks, my friend.
Badly. But if
Like-
this was on when the cases were on,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which they did try to line it up like that, but a bit too late there, my friends. About
Yeah.
6 months too late.
I
yeah.
know, right?
You
Might have hit
lose.
bigger.
Even
Might have hit bigger.
who's them O's? Is it Court TV? They released the fucking hearings of Dahmer when that shit was happening too, or at least when the Netflix shit went on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Everyone
won't
would have
play.
been cashing in.
That
Yeah.
shit is cold though. That shit'll give you a chill down your spine.
Yeah, I stay away from that shit, man.
But yeah, just
I was hitting with the big yeah.
it's just the wrong time.
Yeah. Well, it didn't stop Weinstein from making comments as well. It's like, I could have told you that.
Fucking idiot. Just shut the fuck
Fucking-
up, mate. You've got another trial coming up. Be quiet. Jesus. They throw you in there for another 30.
Fucking
Dickhead.
badly.
Fucking deserves it though, that guy.
You know what I was waiting on this week and didn't pop up? That
Indiana
indie
Jones
trailer.
trailer?
Yeah. I
Say?
need to see that. I need to see a glimpse of him de-aged.
Yep.
In motion.
You know, I've heard that it's fire.
The
The
movie?
DH is fire.
It has to be. It fucking has to be. Like they said they were taking it like footage from the archives and shit like that of Ford.
As soon as you have him on set, it's fire. It's when they decide do 100% CG, then you
That's
get
disgusting.
what you get in fucking Samaritan,
Yeah.
where it looks like Stallone, but it doesn't look like Stallone.
Nah.
But it
that was
does look
floating
like
head.
Stallone, but it is Stallone. Like it's just
Yeah,
uncanny.
that was disgusting.
Uncanny Valley is just crazy. If he's
Yeah.
on set, then we get what's his face CG. Then it's mostly makeup, and we get Sam Jackson.
Mm, True.
Yeah. Or Kurt Russell.
Okay,
yeah.
Russell. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to do that.
They got to deep fake him, like they did with the Book of Boba Fett. They
With
got to
Luke?
deep fake him like that good.
Where they even
That
deep fake the
good.
voice. You know, he
Faking
did no
everything.
lines. Yeah,
That's wild.
that's
what-
that's the computer generated voice.
That's what James Earl Jones is going to be from now on.
Yeah, you
That's crazy.
know how much money he probably made on that voice?
I hope so. He fucking he should be making money every time they use a line. Cut the fucking check.
Yeah, it's true.
Like you shouldn't. It shouldn't just be like a one-off fee. Then like James Earl Jones is like, well, I'll take my $4 million, and these O's go on to make $5 billion off the franchise.
That's how it is. That's the gamble.
Fucking disgusting. That's what happened to that chick that sang the Fame song and all that. She won an Academy Award. The one that just passed away,
Hmm.
Irene Cara.
Irene Cara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Irene Cara. She made some of the biggest songs in the fucking 80s. They did not pay her for that shit.
She did the Flashdance song.
Yeah. Some people that defined a lot of the like
It's
their musical taste.
that sound of that 80s, man.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's the thing that sold those movies too.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Can
Will
I-
Smith formula from different people.
That is true.
Can I just say that James Earl Jones might just be the most intimidating man, even in the sack? Like, imagine that saying, say my name, and you got to work out which one to say. Pause, by the
You
way.
just say even in the sack.
Fucking oath. Fucking oath, I said
Like
in the
when
sack.
he's
Laying pipe.
boom
Yeah.
them cheeks up to
you know, a motherfucker might just be a little bit stressed on which name to call him. Is it James? Is it Darth? Or is it Mufasa?
King Joffrey Jofa.
Exactly. He's the man of many names.
Jofa burrow in that hole like a gopher.
Jesus. Hashtag boss.
Mm.
All right. That is a wrap on all the news this week. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. Thank you to everyone who's checking the episode out live. Everyone else, the episode will be available right now while you're listening to it.
Thanks
is
for the
Movie
1,000
Monday.
followers. The 1,000 followers on Insta as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you muchly.
Mm.
Please and thank you. But yeah, catch us again on Tuesday when we do our next top 5, which is our top 5, which is our favorite cartoons, but we can't include Spider-Man animated series, X-Men 97, or Batman the animated series. So this one's gonna dip hard into some
Oh,
of the
really?
Oh, I got oodles. I've been thinking last 2 days, eh? Fuck.
I got you for my generation.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like this one's gonna dip hard into like our like upbringing and shit.
Fucking fingers in many pies for this one.
Animated pies, hentais, like Bible excuse.
I have an illness.
But yeah, love yourself and love movies.